Hello, and welcome to Stuck in the Kernfield, where we explore topics related to Illinois and the Midwest. Recent surveys have found that around 50% of people living in Illinois have thought about or have actively planned on leaving the state. Let's just say that Illinois has some issues. For those of us who are obligated to stay in the land of Lincoln for the time being, internal migration might be a possibility, so I took a look at the stats for every community in the state to find which areas rank the highest in the most categories, including household income, crime, housing costs, poverty rates, education, and a few other things. In this video, we're going to take a look at the top 10 overall. Fair warning, some of these are small communities because they tend to be safer. I will be doing videos on the best medium to large cities in the future, so go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell if that's something you'd be interested in. Now, let's dig into the 10 best towns and cities in Illinois. Number 10. Morton. Morton is a small city that's located near Peoria, with a population of 16,277. They have the self-titled moniker of Pumpkin Capital of the World, claiming that they are responsible for the production of 82% of the world's canned pumpkin supply. The crime rate is 73% below the national average. The chance of being a victim of a crime is 1 in 152. The median household income in Morton is $77,214, and the poverty rate is 4.6%. The average home price is $199,400. The high school in this town has the weird mascot of the Potters, which is based on their history of having a pottery company. The school system has a better than average student-to-teacher ratio of 16:1. They also have a higher than average graduation rate. 92.5% of the residents over 18 have graduated from high school. Number 9. Lost Nation. Lost Nation is technically an unincorporated community of 651 in northern Illinois, but the people who live there have better than average stats in several different categories, so I'm including it on this list. The cost of living is 1% below the national average. The median household income is $88,438, and the poverty rate is only 2%. 96% of the households are occupied by the homeowner. Crime is 27% below the national average, with the chance of being a victim of a crime 1 in 56. The average home price, however, is a little bit more expensive than some other parts of Illinois at $194,100. 100% of the residents over the age of 18 have earned a high school diploma, but that may be because this area seems to attract retirees. The average age of residents in Lost Nation is 62. Number 8. Rapid City. Rapid City is a small village of 1,047 in the northwest portion of the state. This is a good place for people who like being active. This village boasts 3 parks with a softball field and basketball courts and a community center, as well as a bike trail. Rapid City sits next to the Mississippi River, so they have a boat ramp for people who want to get out on the water. In this area, you can get a house for an average price of $173,600, which is lower than both the state and national averages. The overall cost of living is 5% below the national average. The median household income in Rapid City is $73,438, and the poverty rate is 11%. Crime is 70% below the national average, and the chance of being a victim of a crime is 1 in 133. Number 7. Mackinac. Mackinac is a small village of 2,023 in Tazewell County, not far from Peoria. The cost of living in this area is 8% below the national average. The average home price is $137,800. The school system in this area is better than average. The student-to-teacher ratio is 13:1, and 89.1% of the residents over 18 have graduated from high school. The median household income is better than the national average at $65,938. The poverty rate is 8.3%. The crime rate could be better though. It's 32% below the national average, and the chance of being a victim of a crime is 1 in 42. Mackinac gets its name from the Ojibwe word for turtle. One weird thing about this town is that the sale of alcohol was banned from Prohibition until 2013, so they might be a bit behind the times. Number 6. Long Creek. Long Creek is a small village of 1,548 in Macon County. It's near the city of Decatur, but it has a tiny fraction of the crime. It's 66% below the national average. The chance of being the victim of a crime is only 1 in 118. The median household income is $79,792, and the poverty rate is only 4.92%, so they're doing better than the state and national averages on both of those counts. The cost of living is 13% below the national average, so housing is affordable. The average home price is $128,100. The only issue I found with this area is that the graduation rate is a little bit lower than I would like. 86.9% of the adults have earned a high school diploma. Other than that, this is a safe, affordable little village within close proximity to a city for those times when you want entertainment. And if you're a single straight lady, this might be a good fit for you. For every 100 women over the age of 18, there are 104.6 men. Number 5. Arthur. Arthur is a cute little town that has Amish settlements surrounding it. They have the 8th largest Amish settlement in the world, actually. Over the Labor Day weekend every year, they host the Cheese Festival, where you can sample some of the Amish offerings. They also have a pharmacy with an old-time soda fountain in it. If you're interested in quality kitchen cabinets or baked goods, this is a place you should visit. Arthur is located in the middle of the state, in the area between Champaign and Decatur, so there are plenty of job opportunities. There are several factories in this town, and it's a short drive to those other cities if you want a wider variety of available work. The median household income is $56,719, which isn't bad for this part of Illinois, and the cost of living is 16% below the national average. You can get a home for an average price of $102,700. The poverty rate is below average at 9.26%. The Arthur School District has joined with the nearby community of Lovington, with students from both towns going to school on Arthur. They have a student-to-teacher ratio of 15:1, which is better than the state and national averages. However, the graduation rate is only 75.3%. I have a theory that they might be including the Amish people in that number, which would explain it, because they usually only attend school up to the 8th grade, but I couldn't find a definitive answer on that. Arthur has a population of 2,622, so as expected in a community this size, it's fairly safe. The crime rate is 67% below the national average, and the chance of being a victim of a crime is 1 in 124. Number 4. Pawnee. Pawnee is a town of 2,631 in central Illinois. It's a 20-minute drive from Springfield, give or take, so quite a few government workers live in this community. That's probably why the median household income is higher than a lot of other communities in the center of the state at $62,426. Their poverty rate is a little bit higher than I would like to see, but at 10.8%, it's still below the state and national rates. The cost of living is 8% below the national average, so the average home price is $125,100. The crime rate is really low, it's 86% below the national rate. The chance of being a victim is only 1 in 294. The schools in Pawnee are average, they have a student-to-teacher ratio of 18:1, and the graduation rate is 87.7%. Number 3. Moweaqua. Moweaqua is a small town in the middle of the state. It first started as a mining town, and that was the main industry from 1891 until the 1930s, but that changed after an explosion killed 54 miners. In 1986, they established a museum to commemorate their mining history and the miners who lost their lives. Today, the most prevalent industries in the community are manufacturing, healthcare, and education. The population of Moweaqua is 1,893. The cost of living is 17% below the national average, so you can get a home there for an average price of $86,000. The poverty rate is better than the state and national numbers at 8.21%, and the median household income is $58,306. The big selling point for this town is the safety. Moweaqua is one of the safest places in the country. Their crime rate is 98% below the national rate. The chance of being a victim of a crime is only 1 in 1,716. Number 2. Highland. Highland is a small city of 9,834 in Madison County in southwest Illinois. The original name for this town was Helvetia, which was due to the early settlers being of Swiss and German origin. The townspeople decided in the early 1900s that they would change the name to the English version, and they stopped printing the German language newspaper due to anti-German sentiments during World War I. Highland is essentially a St. Louis suburb, being only 40 minutes away by car, so many of the people in this community commute for work. The top industries are manufacturing, education, and healthcare. The median household income is $59,922. The poverty rate of 9.6% is below the national rate. The average home price is $152,100. The crime rate in Highland is 59% below the national rate. The chance of being a victim of a crime is 1 in 98. The school system is better than average. Their graduation rate is 93.4%, and the student-to-teacher ratio is 14:1. This town appears to be supportive of athletic activities because there have been at least 5 professional baseball players to come from Highland. Number 1. Mascoutah. Mascoutah is located in southern Illinois with a population of 7,994. It was originally called Mechanicsburg, but the name changed in 1839 when they discovered that a town called Mechanicsburg already existed in Illinois. They have decent schools with a graduation rate of 89.7% and a student-to-teacher ratio of 16:1. Their cost of living is 6% below the national average. Home prices average $173,200. The crime rate is 75% below the national average, and the chance of being a victim of a crime is 1 in 162. They have a poverty rate that is below average at 5.6%. The median household income is $78,468. The most common jobs in this town are in sales, office administration, and management positions. The most common industries are retail, public administration, and professional scientific and technical services. Mascoutah is about 35 minutes from St. Louis, so it's an easy commute if residents want to work in the city or if they just want entertainment options. So, what do you think? Would you be willing to live in any of these areas, or are they too small for your liking? If there are any places that you would like to see highlighted in the future, leave a comment. I'm compiling a list of places from viewers' requests that I'll be doing later this year. I hope you liked this video. If so, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I remain stuck in the cornfield.